Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the door latch or door lock assembly on a Chevrolet Silverado and Tahoe or your GMC Sierra and Yukon. First, we want to make sure our window's up. The reason for that is you can't get to the latch with the window down in the door. When you disconnect the door panel, it'll be harder to get the window back up. You'll have to put the door panel on a little bit or just a switch in. Let's go ahead and remove the door panel. First, we'll take our pick tool, remove the lock, come underneath here, remove this bezel on the handle. You have two tins right here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this panel piece right here where there's one more tin, and behind this there's two tins right here. I'm going to come in the bottom, pop this out. Once we got that done, let's go ahead and remove our tins. I want to go ahead and show this. These tins have a little bezel right here. Somebody actually put the wrong tin in its spot. There was one without a bezel at the top. Make sure you don't mix them up. If the tin falls down in the door just like that, don't worry about it. When you take the bezel or the door panel off, you can just tilt the door up and get it out. Once you have that done, let's go ahead and pop this black piece off. Go ahead and pull on the door right here and work your way around. Go ahead and lift up on the window switch. We'll go ahead and disconnect that. Go ahead and work our way around the rest of the door. Once you got this up, this handle has a cable on the back. We're going to go ahead and lift this up, set it back on, disconnect the cable, and remove the door panel. The way you disconnect this cable is there are two push-ins right here. This ball sits in the handle. Push the bottom one in, slide the bottom side out. Push the top one in, slide the top out, slide it out, pull the ball out. Once you have that done, let's go ahead and remove this piece of insulation. You don't have to pull it all the way off, just get yourself enough room to work with because we're going to be working inside here. Okay, so I'm going to set this in the door the best I can. Alright, sorry if it's wiggly. This little yellow clip right here where I got my hand that I'm blocking, you want to get it on the outside of the door and pull it back to you. This is going to unhook it just like that and then pop this door out. At the top there's a red latch piece. All you're going to do is push out on it. Sorry if this is a terrible video, but push out on it just like this, and it's got a little U on it, and that's what goes into the little red clip. I hope you can see that. Once you get done with that, you got 3 T30s. Let's go ahead and remove these. Now once you have the latch loose, I hope you can see this, there's a little burgundy clip right here. What you're going to want to do is take your pick tool, get underneath the clip, slide it out. When you slide it out, that's what disconnects the door latch assembly. The last thing holding the latch in is the lock for the door. What you're going to do, just slide it out and pull down on the latch assembly, twist it around, slide your whole latch out. Okay, so your new actuator is going to come with a better clip right here. That yellow one that's on the old one, sometimes they like to break. But this is our new latch. We're going to want to go ahead and take our lock part, stick in here, run it up. Go ahead and take our piece that connects to the red clip, which is part of our lock mechanism. I'm going to go ahead and stick it through, just like this. All right, once that's done, I'm going to feed our actuator in, making sure we don't bend the rod at all. Just want to catch on everything tonight. Feed it on through, and with our lock part, you can go ahead and take this rubber gasket out. We'll put that on later. We're going to feed it up through. Just like that. Once we got that done and fed through, we're going to take one of these locking screws. We're going to go ahead and start our lock assembly, our latch assembly. Don't tighten it down, just go ahead and get it started. Go ahead and start all three of them. Okay, once we got the latch assembly started, this is the connector that I was telling about. This is, you can kind of see better. This just pushes down. So you slide it on and then clip it down. Once it goes all the way down, it's locked on. So we're going to take that, go ahead and start it. Make sure that you don't go behind the regulator or the window will come down and get it. Make sure you're in front of the regulator. Go ahead and clip it in. Once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and install the hook into that red connector, like that. Go ahead and install our rod down at the bottom for our door lock latch assembly. Once you have that done, go ahead and this little yellow piece will slide it on, push it in our retainer, and you can let it hang there. Let's go ahead and tighten our 3 bolts up, our T30s. Once you have that done, let's go ahead and take our rubber boot. We'll put it back on for our lock assembly. Let's make sure it works. All right, let's go ahead and put our door panel back together. Go ahead and stick this back on where it goes. What I do is put the bottom in first. Get the connector. The only thing you do with it now is stick the ball in the hole, pull it back, and slide it in. And go ahead and put our connectors for our window switch through. Once we got that done, I'm going to go ahead and lift up, put the top of the door panel in like this. push it around all the way on the side. Once we got that done, let's go ahead and install our Tims. Let's go ahead and install our lock. We're going to pull it all the way up so it's unlocked. Slide it on, push that middle down, make sure it works. Take our window switch and our door lock assembly. Let me go ahead and plug it in. Make sure our lock and unlock works. Looks good. Go ahead and put our bezel back on. Go ahead and install this little triangle piece right here. Put our door handle on. Don't forget, like I said, it actually has a special bolt that you use for this. They lost it, I guess, the first time they did it on this job. So I'm just going to use a regular bolt on the bottom. It'll still work. But the ones, what I don't want you to do is put one with a bezel in any other spot because it will have some play in it. Before you shut this door, you want to go ahead and make sure it's unlocked here and go ahead and latch the door all the way. Then you want to open the door from the inside, just like that. Make sure it works from the inside. Once it works from the inside, you want to lock it again. Make sure it opens from the outside before you shut the door. If it's not adjusted right on the inside of the door and you shut the door, you're going to have a hard time pulling this bezel back, reaching your hand in there and getting this unlatched. It's best to test it while you already have the door open to find out that it's not working. If it's not working, adjust it and make it work. If it is working, go ahead and finish the job. And you're done. Only the driver's door latch lock assembly will have the lock that goes from the door handle to the actuator itself. None of the rest of the doors will have that, so you don't have to worry about it on them. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And as always, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Click that subscribe button. Help me help you. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, or click one of these other videos, wherever they are. Thanks again for watching.